There's no need to panic at this point if somebody sneezes and has a nosebleed, or if somebody's had the flu and their intestines are inflamed and they have blood in their feces. That is quite common. Millions of Americans have that every year. But if this continues and you get thousands with Ebola and then tens of thousands with Ebola, the hysteria alone during the flu season, because the first stages of Ebola look like the flu, will cause an incredible medical tyranny. We've had guests point this out. I've pointed this out. Listeners have pointed this out. But this morning, watching CNN and then going to the gym, CNN was saying you need to take the flu shot because if you get sick, they will throw you in a quarantine if you have the regular flu for 21 days or longer. As if a flu shot protects you from the flu. As if they ever guessed the right mutation a year before. They admit they've never guessed. It doesn't work. It causes neurological disorders. It's a fraud. The science of immunization is real. It has some serious risk, but it doesn't work with the flu, and that's just the medical literature. It doesn't work. So I walk into the gym, and not one, but two different people. And I thought they were messing with me because they know who I am, but just vaguely. And say, man, better get your flu shot. I'm going to get it. Or if I get sick, they'll throw me in quarantine. So they won't put in quarantine real people that had Ebola. They stuck him in the emergency room. They stuck him in a group area for days. That's in the news today. Didn't tell him when they knew he had Ebola for days, hey, you better wear a high-level mask, not just a paper mask. The default state and federal health department regulations stated that you were to isolate these people, that you weren't to bring them into the country, that you were to halt West African flights. This is the default. This thing kills between 50 and 90%, on average 70%, but it varies. 70% of people that end up getting this will die on average. This is a big deal. And they get on the news and they say, you got to vomit right in an open wound. Or other gross things to get this. And that's not true. We know this Ebola is different. We know it's mutated 300 plus times. We know it's spreading. The biggest cases before were 26 people infected a few years ago. Now, it has infected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, killed 4,000 plus people we know. That's probably a whitewash number. Is estimated to hit 1.4 to 5 million people, depending on what estimate you see from the UN and others. And the border is open, and flights are coming in. And now they're talking about maybe screening people. You don't screen them, you shut the flights down. Anybody originating out of West Africa, you let them know we're not letting you in, or they'll flood.